The food we throw in the trash ends up buried in a landfill, where the way it decomposes releases methane gas, which has a powerful greenhouse effect. If you want to reduce your waste and be part of a climate solution, then stop doing this and build a worm bin. After trying a few worm bin styles, I settled on this one, which is easy to make, easy to use, and doesn't smell or attract pests. Seriously, I've been using this kind for years and it's been great. Now, if the idea of handling worms grosses you out, don't worry. With this setup, if you can dig in the dirt, you can handle this. To build this, you're going to need an opaque storage tub, not the clear kind, an electric drill with a 3/16 inch drill bit, 2 wooden planks 20 inches long, 10 bricks, a litter tray like from a pet store, a stack of newsprint, kitchen scraps, a trowel, and of course, worms. I found these worms in the hardware store in the garden section. Make sure to get red wrigglers. First, drill ventilation holes ringing the top of the bin. Then do the same for the lid. Drill some holes across the front's bottom edge, no wider than your litter tray. Now we'll soak the newspaper. You can use the litter tray to hold the water. Tear up the newspaper and soak it. Then squeeze out the water. Now add that to the bin, then the worms, and then the food scraps. Let's see what we got. They don't really eat stems or hard parts. They do like coffee grounds though, and they'll even eat the filter. In you go. A good rule of thumb, if it grew out of the ground, it can go in the bin. They like it dark, so cover them up. This bad boy can fit so many food scraps. Next, around your litter tray, make 4 stacks of 2 bricks, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Add a 3rd brick to the rear stacks. Then place your boards, and then your worm bin on top. Make sure those front holes extend past the plank and over the litter tray. If you measured it right, then it should drain nicely. If your bin is at too steep an angle, you can replace the back level of bricks with a larger plank. When you have food scraps, you can keep them in the freezer. I keep them in an old Tupperware whose lid broke. When your freezer cup's full, take them to your worm bin. This is how mine looks after a year of use. As you can see, they crawl all over the inside. I remember worrying they'd crawl out the ventilation holes, but they don't. Here's how I add to my worm bin. I dig a pit, I fill it with the scraps, and I cover it back up. Burying like this reduces the chance of fruit flies. To clean my trowel afterwards, I use a tool I made from an old piece of scrap wood and a large nail. Does the trick. I like to bury in a spiral pattern, that way I don't uncover what I've already buried. I also use a small rock to mark my place for the next time. Be sure to empty the tray of the liquid that it catches. I don't have a yard, so I just dump it out on the verge. I've heard it's good for gardening, but I've also heard otherwise, so you do you on this one. Take a moment to clear the drainage holes, otherwise it'll retain water and smell bad. So, if you want to do this less, and add less to the landfill, take an afternoon and build a worm bin. In a future video, I'll cover how to harvest your dirt, but it'll be a while before your bin is getting that full. Thanks for watching.